What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Animation Revaluation podcast. I'm your host, Lizer, and with me, as usual, is Celeste. What's up, Celeste?
Hey, it's me, Celeste.
What's up?
Not much. It's been a while.
Yeah, had some
Been a
complications.
been a hot minute.
No,
A
no
very
big
hot
deal.
minute.
We got everything sorted out. We came up with an alternative to what we had to do, and now we're here for the next part. So this was your choice this week,
Yeah.
Horimiya.
Yeah, I ended up changing the anime we were gonna watch because the one I wanted us to watch, it only had the OVA. And it did not make sense if you haven't watched the original. Like, it was complicated, so I switched it to this one.
I watched the entire first episode of that Tsubasa Chronicle one, and I was like, what is happening here?
I didn't realize it was just the OVA. Like, I just saw the picture and I was like, oh, okay, cool, it's up there. Nope, it was just the OVA.
They were like, one of her feathers and the power of this, and I was like, what is happening? Who are these people? It's like, why does she have feathers?
Those were her memories.
What?
Yes, actually. The feathers represent her memories.
Oh my god.
And each feather they get, she regains her memory. Yeah, it's complicated.
Well, we didn't watch that one, so it doesn't matter.
We watched something else. We watched Horimiya.
Yeah, I think this is the newest anime we've watched so far.
Yep, this is recently added for winter. Because I know they do, like, when they do anime, they do it by seasons, and so
Yeah.
this was the winter season, one of the new ones. And I haven't watched it. I seen a lot of people reblog it on Tumblr, like a shit ton.
Hmm.
And so I was like, you know what? Why not watch this one? Let's see what everybody's like hyped about, you know? Like, I want to get in the like why like literally all the blogs, all of and I follow major popular blogs that are big in the fandoms, like anime fandoms. And I'm like, I want to see what they're hype, like why they're always like talking about it, why, and this was my opportunity, so I used it.
So you had no previous experience with this series, like you didn't read the manga or anything like that?
I did not read the manga. Like I said, I haven't watched an episode. Like, I mean, I watched it for the podcast, but I hadn't watched a single episode. The only knowledge that I have was those random gifs that the blogs I follow would post, and I would be like, oh, okay, like what's going on here? Like I want to know what's going on. So I figured I'll take this opportunity and pick it for us to watch.
Oh, okay. So you were just in the hopes of we could both experience this for the first time together.
Yep.
But that's where you were wrong.
Was I wrong though?
Yeah, time for me to expose Celeste on our friendship. I followed Horimiya, the manga, heavily when it first came out, and I would constantly recommend it to her, and she was like, I'll check it out. I guess she never fucking checked it out, so, that's what our friendship means to her.
When?
When it came out years ago.
I don't do those fucking years ago.
Yeah, so you had years to check it out after I would constantly recommend it to you.
I don't fucking remember. That was fucking years ago. I mean, hey guys, I can't tell you why, because it'll be getting into my personal life, but I have a bunch of shit behind the scenes that go on every single day. So I do, I admit, everything does slip. And, I get told time again that it's embarrassing to say, but literally, it takes a lot for me to focus.
Guys, she's lying. She just doesn't value our friendship.
No, it's the truth. Somebody that lives with me tells me every single day, if my eyes are focused on something, they know not to talk to me because it's just gonna go one ear and out the other ear. That's legit how I am. It's not just you. It's like literally it's something I struggle with every single day.
Dude,
Like
I
like
know.
if I'm focused on one thing, I can only focus on one thing.
Yeah,
Like
I
I
know
can't
that.
focus on any other like multiple things.
I know that. That's why, like, when you were like, "Hey, let's watch this," I like. You ever saw the Grinch? You know, when he gets that like really curved evil smile.
No, I mean, yeah, I seen it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did. You were like, "Oh, let's watch Horimiya," and I was like, "Ooh."
You're like finally.
It's like my time has come.
Then you know more about this shit than I do.
Ooh,
Oh
hoo,
shit!
hoo.
Holy shit! Fuck.
But why don't you go ahead and inform uh, me and everyone else who doesn't know anything about this series?
You fucking know about the series.
What is it
So
about? I've never
basically,
heard of it.
it follows our main protagonist, Kyoko, and she's popular in high school, and she gets a lot of confessions and stuff. And so, what literally one day, okay, like honestly, this the beginning of the whole anime like confused the shit out of me because literally like it starts off with her at school and they're like, hey, let's go karaoke, and like she's like, oh, I can't, like I have to go somewhere, and people are kind of like suspicious, like, oh, why is she like running off like all of a sudden.
Mm,
And so she goes, runs off. Turns out her mom, she lives with her mom, who at first I think was single. When I first watched it, I thought it was like a single mom. And so her mom's a workaholic, and she like is always at work, and so she has to take care of the house. And she has a younger brother, so she goes and picks up the younger brother. And this is like literally the beginning of the anime where she like picks up the brother and they're walking, and like the opening happens, and the next thing you know, like there's a fucking knock on the door, and one of the other main protagonists, Izumi, like has her brother, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like I was so fucking confused. But anyway,
so this is
I
Izumi for everyone who doesn't know. Miyamura Izumi, and that's
yeah,
that's how he looks in class. He's like a very like quiet to himself. He doesn't talk to anyone.
people think he's an otaku.
Yeah, he's very
Like
gloomy.
like they have this stereotype on him. Like they think he's a otaku who, for some reason, they think like he has good grades, but he doesn't have good grades. He has very bad grades.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
Anyways,
Hori is like top of the class, and is like the most
top of the
popular.
class.
So they're like polar opposites, basically.
Yeah, and so so right, so he brings with the little brother. His name is Shoto. Yes, he has a nosebleed, and she goes, takes care of him, and at first she doesn't recognize him because he's like decked out like in piercings. His hair is pulled back, and so she doesn't recognize him. And then he's like, "Oh, you're Hori," and she's like, well, like how do you know who I am? And he's like, we're in the same class, and she's like, we're in the same class, and that's when she's like, holy crap, you know.
Like it's you.
I'm
Oh
trying,
shit.
trying to remember what was his last name again? I forgot.
His last name's Miyamura.
Miyamura, yeah. I just remember him by his first name, Izumi. But like,
Do you hear my neighbors in the background?
no, I don't hear nothing.
They're just going ham right now.
No, I legit don't hear anything.
Well, if anyone who's watching can hear anything, I apologize for that.
I mean, if I can't hear it, I would assume nobody else can hear it.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just me where one thing goes in one ear and out the other.
True. True.
So who knows? So, anyways, so they both find out about, I guess, like their true selves, where this is how he really is, and that's how she really is,
Mm.
and basically from there on out they just hang out, and they get to know each other.
Yeah, and she has to like,
And it's
you know,
just
this is Japan, so they have restrictions on things students can do. So like he has tattoos and piercings. He can't have that at school, which is why he has the long hair, which hides the piercings, and he always wears like the winter uniform so the tattoos don't show through. So she's like his confidant in that, where she's like, I won't tell anyone, just keep coming over, hanging out with me. That's how their friendship starts.
Yeah, that's how their friendship starts, and plus the little brother gets fond of Izumi, and he's always asking Kyoko to always invite him over.
Like instantaneously, he's just like in love with him.
Yep.
Day one, he's calling him Big Brother. Now, this isn't like your run-of-the-mill slice of life where it's like both characters are madly in love with each other, but neither one will say anything until like the very last episode of season 5 or something like that. Like, I think like episode 3 of this show they start going out.
And they like tell each other, like, you know, like, I mean, at first they kind of go out about it at a roundabout way, but then soon they start like, they're like straightforward, like I love you, or I think you're like, you know, you're cute and shit like that.
That was the weirdest thing to me, both when I read it originally and when I rewatched it now, is like they have an episode where it's like, I love you, and then it's like, oh, I love your hands, and it's like, no, but I love you. Yeah, I heard you. And like they both confess their love, but nobody says anything. There's no embarrassing moment. Yet later on, when he says it again to her, she's like, oh my god.
When she's sick, right?
How can he just come out and say that? I was like, you both confessed already. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you're right about that. That did happen.
There's also other characters too. So there's like, there's Toru, who they don't really get into his character very much, like his background. At least in the first 5 episodes that we see. But he looks to be like, you know, he likes sports because he's wearing these sweatbands. Average like high school dude. He has a crush on Hori. She denies him, whether it be because she's just not interested or because she's starting to form feelings of Miyamura. But she denies him, and he's pretty crestfallen about it. But he fully supports their relationship because he sees it before they do. That they're in love. You know, pretty much anyone does. Then they also have, where is she? Yuki, who is the best friend of Hori, and she's like, she's your basic uwu girl of the class.
Ooh.
Yeah, she has like the sleeves that are too long for her, so she just like hangs them off her hands. Puffed up cheeks. She's just an uwu girl. There's no other way I can describe her.
Honestly, I really like her. Like,
yeah, she's adorable.
She's one of my faves.
We have the class president or student council president, Sengoku.
Sengoku.
Yeah. Who I remember when I first read it, I thought that he would be like a complete hard ass. He was just gonna be like kind of like an antagonist. But he actually just becomes like part of the main cast as a friend.
Yeah, and it's funny because then we like, you know, when we first meet him, he does, like I said, he does seem like he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Because there's a situation in one of the episodes where they're accusing of Hori of doing something when she didn't really do it. And I mean, he sounds like he's being like a fucking dick. Yeah. Honestly, really.
So I'll explain that. So first, let me introduce who the student council is. So he's the student council president. Then there is Sakura, who I'm not even completely sure what her role is. I guess she's like a vice president. And then there is Sengoku's girlfriend Remi, and she's basically their cheerleader. And what it was that they were pushing off their paperwork onto Hori and having her do it all. And then she does it. She gives it to Remi. Remi bumps into Miyamura in the hallway. She drops one of the papers. Says, I don't need it, throw it away. And it turns out that it was very important. So they automatically blamed Hori for it. And they were like, you didn't, turn in the thing. We really needed that. This is your fault. We're asking for a public apology. And it's like a crowded hallway with all the other students around. And Miyamura comes up, knowing what happened. And he headbutts Sengoku and explains that Remy is the one who dropped the paper, lost it, and told him to throw it away. So she has to apologize now. And then there's like no bad blood between anyone after that, and they're just best friends.
Hey.
Hey.
And it's funny too because like same thing with Remy. I thought Remy was gonna do like a bitch move and be like, oh, that never happened, or like I thought she was gonna be, but no, she remembered and she's like, oh yeah, shoot,
Yeah.
that did happen.
Like they 100% introduced them as like, these are gonna be your antagonists, and then it's like, nope, just kidding, there is no antagonist in this show. What else was there?
Oh, the parents too.
Oh yeah. So we have the workaholic mother, Yuriko, and you only hear about her at first. We don't actually get to see her for a while, and you're expecting like this hard ass businesswoman who like doesn't take no for an answer, but no, she's actually like this soft spoken like flower child type of person.
Yeah, like I legit thought when we were gonna see the mom that she was gonna be a hard ass, and that when she finds out about Izumi, I thought she was gonna be like, oh, you can't be having him over and blah blah blah. But nope, she like welcomes him with open arms. Like he has like she agrees with him having his own like plate set and everything.
Yeah. Just
like he like
make sure he comes over. We'll feed him.
Yeah,
all that.
very very accepting.
And as far as the dad, we don't actually hear about him at all at first. Like I just assumed like he was either out of the picture or dead or something like that.
Yeah, that's how I was too.
And then he just shows up one day. Like it was episode 5, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I believe it was the final episode that we had to watch. He just shows up with his freaking hentai protagonist haircut.
I know.
And I'm 100% like, is this gonna turn into like a Netorare anime? Like when I was reading it, I was like, this manga is it going the NTR route just because of the hair he had? And I was like, oh, it's my dad. I was like, what? And she calls him by his name and doesn't respect him at all.
Like she steps all over him.
Literally steps over him, like physically with her feet.
Like Izumi has like I mentioned before, has his own like plate set and everything, while the dad like doesn't. They make him use like plastic.
Yeah, disposable chopsticks and everything.
Yeah.
When he gets there, the mother comes home and she drops her groceries and just like stares at him in horror. And I was like, oh shit, like he showed up without telling her and she doesn't want him in the house or something like that. It's like, we don't have enough food to feed you. Oh no, we only have enough for us and Miyamura. So he was like, but this is my house. How do I not have any food? Miyamura's like, I can just go home. And they're like, no, absolutely not. You're part of this family.
If anything, they were like, he can go, you can stay.
Yeah, it was like, you can just go eat outside. You can go get yourself something to eat outside.
I actually ended up watching more episodes.
Oh yeah? How far did you go? When I watched, there was only 8 available.
I think I'm maybe at 6, and I'm in the middle of 7, or I was in the middle of 7.
Oh, okay. So I take it you like the show then?
I like the show, yeah. I mean, at first it confused the shit out of me because it was like one scene and the next scene. I was like, oh, like the transition wasn't good for me. Like it like I said, it really confused me. But I ended up liking it a lot.
When the dad came in the anime, did Miyamura mistake him for Soda at first? I don't remember.
I don't. Also, I'm on episode 8. I did finish episode 7.
Oh, okay. I know in the manga he mistakes him for Sota. It's like Sota became huge.
No, I don't remember that in there.
Yeah, so definitely probably just in the manga then. Definitely probably.
And then it's funny because like the dad is like all like he wants to get to know Izumi, and he like to the point where he wants to take a bath with him.
Yeah. Which scars Izumi for life, by the way.
Oh, does it?
Oh yeah. Like you can get to like chapter 100 and he's still like, I'm afraid of baths now.
Oh my god. Definitely gotta read it.
Yeah, definitely. It's so good. It's like it has never let me down when it comes to like jokey dokey, cute heart stuff, and comedy.
So I'm guessing you're gonna give it a good rating?
Oh, I give this a perfect rating. This is a 5 out of 5 for me. I love this series so much.
Oh my god. I honestly, like, I shit you not, like, I don't remember. And like I said, to be fair, it was years ago.
Uh huh. It was years ago that I was bugging her every day to read this damn manga.
I don't fucking remember.
Um, is there anything that you're hoping to see from the anime that like you want to see happen?
Oh man. I want to see Toru and Yuki get together. Does that happen?
You want me to spoil things?
Yes.
Um.
Spoiler alert, people.
Yeah, spoiler alert, people. It does, but it doesn't at the same time.
Oh, is it like they have crushes on each other, but they don't go farther than like confessing?
Something like that. She has him pretend to be her boyfriend for something, and Sakura from the student council is crushing on him like hard, and everyone knows. So they find out that she's going to confess, and Yuki has like a breakdown about it because she realizes that she also loves him, and like all this stuff happens, and they basically have this thing where like he knows and he's acknowledging it, but they know that they're not ready to actually confess. He's like, I don't have to stop pretending. Like we can keep pretending that I'm your boyfriend.
Oh dang.
But they're not actually like, legitimately going out yet.
Oh, wow. Wow, rip Yuki, that's so not fucking fair because, like, when I was reading when I was watching the anime, they, even Hori says, like, Yuki always gives.
Yeah.
That's heartbreaking for me to hear.
Well,
I really care.
It's not heartbreaking though, because they're just together all the time. They're just not like officially dating.
No, they're gonna be officially dating. It's not fair.
At least from where I am in the manga. Like even though I'm obsessed with it, I haven't finished. So maybe they are, and I'm just behind. But I know that that's the state from where I am. He's also rich, by the way.
Toru?
Yeah, Toru's fucking filthy rich. He
Really?
has like a mansion.
Holy shit.
Yeah, they go to his house, and he has like a 3-story house with like a maid and everything.
The fuck?
And he brings Yuki over to play video games, and the maid is trying to bust in the room so she can see like, oh, who's this girl? Oh, you better not try anything.
What the fuck? I did not expect that. Holy shit. I honestly love Izumi's and Toro's relationship. I mean, from what I'm seeing. Like, I love the fact that, more Toru, where Toru's more, honest about his feelings, and he's more, what's that word? Straightforward with him. And then, but I mean, sometimes there are some misunderstandings, but I love, like, they're able to, like, duke it out and then still be friends after.
Literally duke it out. Like, they literally had a fight. Well, can you call it a fight? It was like, I accidentally hit you and then you beat the shit out of me.
Poor Toru.
Poor Toru. And he's the one that does sports and everything. Like, he's the physically fit one, and me more just fucked him up.
And that's another thing I like about Izumi. It's like people put him in the stereotype, but like he does like this one fucking 180. Like he'll throw some fists. Like he'll throw fists.
Okay, you ready for another spoiler?
Yes.
Alright, it's gonna be an image.
Okay. Oh. Read again.
Your boy cuts his hair.
Yeah, I know he cuts his hair. He does it in the anime.
And you see, like, he's comfortable being shirtless around her.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Because he's always.
Uh-huh.
I can't read the text that good, so I
No, that's fine. You don't gotta read the text.
Okay. Yeah, he's always wearing like long sleeves, and he's always covered up.
Yeah.
Like he's even wearing his like winter clothes during the summer.
Do you notice anything else though?
Let me see. I see his friend. That's what I don't know. Like I said, the image is small for me. Hold on. What am I missing?
She's naked.
Oh, holy! They fuck.
Uh,
Hey. Was this in that? Was okay. There is a scene in the anime where they were in her room, and he lays her on the bed, and they were kissing, and then it like pans out, and I was like, did they fuck?
Yep.
Oh shit!
Yep.
Oh shit! I knew it. I knew they fucked.
There's even a point where
With the
they have an argument, and it's her fault. So he's waiting for her to apologize. Like, well, the friends are like, no, you have to let her apologize. And she's just so hard-headed, and she's refusing to. So she texts him because he's ignoring her, and she's like, my period is late, dumbass. And he freaks out, and she's like, I'm joking, by the way. And that's how she gets him to talk to her.
Oh my god. Fucking damn.
Here's another. He accidentally elbows her, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, are your ribs okay? And she's like, ribs? That wasn't my ribs, that was my chest. She's so flat-chested, he didn't notice.
Oh my god. Jab.
And what else?
Oh, and then we met another I met another character, the little girl. Well, I mean, she's not little. The one that's second year.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember her name. I don't remember her name, but she's Izumi's neighbor.
Yeah.
Does she come out more often?
So they have like this little mini arc about her where you find out about like the reason she is the way she is and all that. And then she just disappears for the longest time. Like, I want to say like 30 chapters, she's just not there. And then they have the school sports festival and she walks by and says hi. And then she's just gone again. And I was like, what happened to her?
What? That sucks. That sucks because I really enjoyed her. Like, I felt like she had great potential.
Oh,
you know?
definitely.
That sucks.
Yeah, she comes in every once in a while. But she's not like with the main cast. And I guess it's because she's in a lower grade. She doesn't see him as much.
Because I was hoping, because like, we find out about her brother. Like, I was hoping, and then how Izumi's like, oh, you can always come over, have cake. Yeah. My thing was, I thought that she was gonna be there more often, and he was like, they were gonna have a brother-sister relationship, and like they were gonna bond, and I'm like fucking pissed off now.
Well, maybe the anime will expand on it more, but in the manga, it's confirmed that she's still coming over. They just don't go into it. Because there's a part where his friend asks him, like, oh, you don't bring Hori over to your apartment, you're always at her house? And he imagines, like, okay, every morning my friend just barges in and just, like, takes over the place. And every night she comes in and takes over the place. So when can I have Hori over and be alone with her?
Oh man, that kind of makes me like not want to read the manga because I'm like I wanted to see more of her. That's sad.
What else can I tell you? The first kiss that they have. It's so out of character, but also so in character. I don't have an image of it, but Miyamura's friend, he has like a year's supply of candy that he won from like a raffle or something, and he gives it to,
Yeah, no, I remember.
Okay, you saw it?
I saw it. Yeah. It was clay flavor. I mean, in the anime, it was clay flavor.
Yeah, she says it's clay flavor, and he's just like, huh? And he without thinking about it, he just kisses her and takes the candy.
And then I thought it too, because I was like, that was their first kiss. There was tongue. Like, there was fucking tongue in that fucking shit.
And he's just like nonchalant about it. He's like, yeah, it does taste like clay. And meanwhile, she's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. God, like, I, like, literally watching the anime, I was not expecting this kind of personality from him. Like I said, when I was watching, like, when my friends and blogs that I followed would post these gifs of the anime, like, this is not what I was picturing the anime to be.
Mm.
I pictured something else.
Now, would you expect this from her, though? She's a masochist.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah, she wants him to smack her. She wants him to get mad at her, yell at her, call her a bitch, and smack her.
What the fuck? I did not expect that from her.
Yep.
How does he feel about that? What the
He's
fuck?
not comfortable with it at all, but he does it for her. Like right here, she goes, you know, you haven't hit me at all lately. And he's like, what a way to start a conversation. So he lifts his hand, and she's just like, and he said, at the moment, this is the only way to see her brightest smile.
Oh my god. I did not know that. Holy shit.
They have a chapter later on where he used to be bullied in middle school, and we get to meet those bullies now, and she just beats them up. So they're scared of her.
Oh, holy shit.
She like goes into a convenience store, and they're outside, and she's like, you know, you're not supposed to be doing this. And one guy who wasn't there for the whole fight is like, oh, what did you say, bitch? And the other guys are like, no, shut up, don't, no, she's a monster, and blah, blah, blah. So they apologize. They're like, oh, we're actually just cleaning up, and they start picking up trash. And she walks away satisfied. And Miyamura is there. He doesn't realize that those guys are there. And this is like when she first started having him do this whole masochistic sadist thing. And he's like, you took too long, bitch. And he smacks her on the top of the head. And they walk away. And they're like, if she's a monster, what is he?
Oh my god. What the fuck? Oh my god, what the fuck? I don't know how to feel.
It's so funny because it's so out of character. It just switches their roles so bad.
He took so long, bitch. I'm fucking dead.
It's
Holy
so out of
shit.
character for both of them because she's so headstrong and everything, and he's just like so meek. It's like, I want you to hit me. What?
Oh my god.
And there's like hints that that's like how the parents were too. That like the mom was really sadistic.
For Hori?
Yeah.
Holy shit. I kind of see that shit, to be honest.
Yeah. But the way that the father's treated.
Yeah, I see that shit. Oh my god, I'm fucking dying.
I knew that would get you. I knew that would get you really well. I can't wait to see that, like, in animated form. You took too long, bitch. Smack. And the guys are just, like, from a block away, just in horror, like, what kind of monster is he?
I wonder how far the anime is going.
Oh, man, I hope the anime goes for a while.
Because usually they just stick to, like, what, 12, 13 episodes?
Yeah. I mean, even if they do that, I'm happy. I just hope it gets another season. I hope it doesn't get canceled.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna get canceled because, like I said, it's really popular on Tumblr right now.
Yeah.
Like really, really popular.
I heard that the anime was being made, and I had no intention of watching it at first. Like, I mean, I wanted to watch it. I just didn't have intentions of watching it right now. I was gonna wait for the season to be finished. And then you're like, hey, we're watching this, and I'm like, ooh, yes.
Oh, that's why you corrected me like right off the bat. You're like, you mean this?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that
Oh
one.
yeah, because you typed the name wrong, and I was like, you sure it's not this?
Like, oh yeah, no, you're right, it's that.
Because deep down I was like, please don't tell me there's an anime with a similar name. Because I got so excited. I love this show so much.
So Lizer gives it a 5, a perfect score.
I give it a 10 out of 5.
10 out of 5. I like it. I give it a 4. 4.
And you'll continue watching?
I'm definitely gonna continue watching it.
I think I'm gonna drop it.
You read the manga, so you're good.
I don't know, it's just not interesting to me. I don't know.
I haven't read the manga, so I'm definitely gonna watch the anime. I might pick up the manga. We'll see.
There's a big thing with me and like Hey, here's something you guys probably don't know about Lizer. Even though all I've really shown you is like, hey, this stuff is depressing. Let's watch this. I'm actually really big on like romance and slice of life type animes. So like back in the day, like Love Hina and stuff like that. I love it so much. That is my jam. I can watch that stuff all day. I
The
used to
more
have
you know.
I used to have a ceremony every year. I would read this manga called Ichigo 100% every
Oh my
year,
god.
and I would watch the anime even though the anime is trash.
I have never actually seen it. I've heard, I mean, I've seen pictures and clips and stuff, but I've never seen the anime.
Yeah, but I know you've heard of it because of me. Because I'm that annoying friend, guys, that will go to you and be like, hey, I have a new interest. I'm going to talk about it every day for the rest of your life.
It's just totally fine by me.
I'm the type of guy who will be like walking down the street and I have like this really mean face on and nobody wants to approach me and I'm wearing headphones. And then you look at what I'm listening to and it's like the freaking To Love Ru soundtrack or something like that. Or like you take my headphone out and you hear Kiss, Kiss, Fall in Love.
Do 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 do.
Yeah. And for anyone who's seen like me streaming outside of this when I have like a webcam on, like I'm a big guy and I have like this full beard and usually I have like a big jacket on and like I have kind of an imposing figure and I always have like a mean face on. I have like resting bitch face. But I will like 100% be like, oh my god, she needs to get with him. She's the childhood friend. They've known each other for so long. This is not fair. The childhood friend always loses.
That's true. That makes me sad.
Yeah.
I thought so.
No, shut up, Siri.
Oh, like what was that?
I have British Siri on my Apple Watch. I like British voices. Sue me. Okay, so we both like the show. We'll both continue on it. Is there anything else you want to know, like you're curious about?
Not. Does anything happen with Sakura?
What do you mean, does anything happen with her?
Like, cause you say that everybody finds out that she likes her, like that likes Toru. Like, does she come more often? Like, does she like appear? Does she try to like to get with him? Like,
So
does she try any antics?
what happens during that whole thing is she confesses to him and tells him, I don't want an answer. And leaves because she knows how strong Yuki's feelings are.
Uh-huh.
Because again, it's the trope of like everyone but you acknowledges that you feel this way.
Uh-huh.
So she like leaves and she's in the I don't remember she's in the hallway or in the club room. And she looks out and she sees Yuki and Toru walking like hand in hand. And she cries. And she's comforted by what's her name? Remy?
Uh-huh.
And she just becomes like, you know, she's involved in all the little adventures that happen from there on. You know, you'll catch scenes where she gives him like glances and stuff like that because she still likes him, obviously. But she acknowledges that, you know, she's not the one that's meant to be with him, and she actually does start to get romantically involved with someone else. Not that they start dating, but that she starts developing a crush, and it seems mutual.
Aw.
Yeah,
Good for her.
It's someone who hasn't been introduced in the anime yet.
Good for her.
Yeah. This is one of the few like series where I watch it and I like every character and I want to see every character happy. Because, you know, there's usually like the one asshole you're like, I just can't stand this one character.
Yeah.
No, I want
No,
everyone happy in this.
No, I agree. Like I said, at first, like I said, I thought I wasn't gonna like this the president and Sakura and Remy. Like I thought they were gonna be the antagonists, but nope. Like I want Sakura to be happy.
What I do want from this anime, it's something that they do in the manga, and I'm really hoping they do it. they would have little side chapters where Toru has like these nightmares or dream like sequences where Sengoku and Miyamura are like cat boys,
The fuck?
and he has to take care of them. They're like the size of actual cats, and they're like running around his house and like, we want food, we need you to let us outside, like that whole thing. So like he has these nightmares where he has to deal with them, and then he comes to school the next day, and like he'll talk to Miyamura or something, and then just out of instinct start petting his head
Oh my god.
because he's remembering the dream. And as the chapters go on, they start to grow and they become like full-sized adult humans with cat ears and tails. And like it fluctuates between them being full-sized and cat-sized and stuff like that. More characters start to join the dream as different animals. So like Yuki comes in, she's a mouse. And she's like chewing on everything. She tries to chew the cat's tails. So in real life, if they start arguing, he's like, oh, it's like cat and mouse. And he tries to like reprimand them. Like, didn't I tell you already not to do that? And he's like confusing dream and reality.
Oh my god.
It's hilarious. I love it. I really hope that they include it.
I would like to see that. If not, like at least an OVA.
Yeah.
Come on. Like, come on.
It's like special features on the Blu-ray. Toru's Cat Adventures.
That needs to be a thing.
Yuki just chews up everything. She like chews the like banister keeping his house up or something like that. And he has to take her away, and she's only calm when she's in his arms. That's the only time she stops chewing anything. Alright. What that means. Oh boy, I love this show. I love it so much.
That was honestly a shocker. Guys, I was not expecting to get dragged, but I got dragged.
Oh man, I'm glad I was able to like hide it from you because I was so excited the whole time, and I want to be like, oh dude, I love this. Oh man, this part is my favorite. Blah, blah, blah.
Hello?
That's why like when you did the misspell, I was like, should I correct her? Should I? It might be too obvious.
No, it wasn't obvious because I felt like you went on and double checked, and you're like, to me it looked like you looked and you saw the misspell and you came back to me and you were like, oh, did you mean this one?
Meanwhile, what it really was I opened Discord, saw your message, and then in like 0.5 seconds was like, do you mean this? And sent it. But luckily you didn't catch on.
I catch on.
Now, I would like to introduce what we'll be watching for next week. Originally, when we did the last week's podcast, or not last week, but the last podcast, when we did Keijo, I had brought up the Tenchi series, and sorry for the sirens outside if anyone can hear that. I brought up the Tenchi series, you didn't know what it was, and I was excited to have you watch that. But to be honest, it really hasn't aged well. Like, it's still cute to watch, but it's like, maybe if they release a new one that's actually good, because the new ones aren't very good. So I chose something that came out a couple years ago. You might know about it, you might not. I know I really liked it, and I kind of like weaned off of it a little bit because I got distracted from other shows, and I want to get back into it. And that is this right here, Dagashi Kashi.
I've seen it. I haven't watched it, but I've seen it like around, floating around.
Just based on this image, it looks like it's like a very like ecchi show. It's not. It's about candy.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah. It's about candy.
She's pretty though.
Yeah.
She's really pretty.
She like has the capabilities to be a model, but instead she's like a candy connoisseur.
Cool.
And it's pretty funny. Kind of has like a romantic undertone to it, a little bit. It has like a huge fan base, and I don't really know why, because it's just about candy. Like, I love it, but then I'm like, why do other people like it? It's one of those type of things.
Hey, it's about candy. Candy's good.
Yeah. And it's like every episode is like, here's a fun fact about candy, and then here's an adventure following this candy.
Great,
it
now
just-
I want candy.
Yeah, it just it
Now I
just
want
follows
something
that
sweet.
format. Oh, dude, you're gonna go crazy watching this. You're gonna want
Oh.
to just keep snacking.
Oh no.
But
Oh no.
I know at least when I watched it, it was available on Funimation back in the day for the English dub. I don't know about a Japanese dub being available on like Crunchyroll maybe, because usually they're partnered up.
Mhm.
But I know the English is definitely, or at least used to be on Funimation. I don't know. Maybe they lost the rights over the years or something. I don't know. But it should still be up there.
Oh, it's on Hulu too.
Oh, it's on Hulu?
Oh, but it's subbed.
Uh-huh.
But it is on Hulu too.
I was gonna check Funimation, but for some reason I'm not logged in, and I don't remember my password.
It looks like it has 12 episodes.
Uh-huh.
Is it on?
Yeah, I keep hearing rumors about a second season, but nothing's ever come forward about it.
It's also on Crunchyroll. Let me check Funimation. If I'm logged in. Yep, I think I'm logged in. Okay, it's on Funimation,
Okay.
and I don't know if it's in English. Oh, it is. It is in English.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, so since we have access to both, do you want to watch one version while I watch the other?
Which one do you want to watch?
I already saw it in English, so I'd be fine watching it in Japanese, but if you want to watch Japanese, I don't care.
I'll watch it in English.
Okay.
That way I'm looking at it and the art style is really pretty. Really,
yeah,
really
it's
pretty.
actually a really good looking anime.
So I would really want to focus on that.
Oh, okay. You don't want to have to focus on reading the words.
I don't want to focus on just reading the words.
Yeah. So being that I already saw it twice, I'll gladly read the shit.
No problems reading, but I mean, like I said, the art looks so pretty. Like I want to watch. Like
Yeah. You want to take in all the visuals.
yeah.
Okay. So tune in next week for the Candy anime with the big boobied Candy girl.
Oh, that's. Oh, I'm looking again. Does she have big boobies?
You can't see it in this image, no, but she has some huge badonkaroos.
Oh yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
And it's not fan service. They do not do fan service.
It's about candy, people.
Yeah.
It's about candy.
That was the weirdest thing to me, is that they gave her this character huge bazongas, even in the manga, and there's no fan service.
Good.
Yeah, I was like, that's amazing. You never see that. You never see a character design like that and never get fan service. But that's it for this episode. You can tune in next week for Dagashi Kashi, or however you pronounce it.
Dagashi Kashi. I feel like that's how you pronounce it.
Probably, I don't remember. It's one of those things like you hear it and you can say it, and then that's it after that. But we'll see you guys then. Bye.
Guys.